The 3-2 lead at the end of the night. We're ready to go. Foster sends it skyward. Cavs win the tip. Game 5. Pre-game talk. Gets it to Harden. Back to Mobley in traffic. Nice job by the Raptors early.
He was aggressive, but he was denied.
Brandon Ingram from the mid-range. Rattles out and not only one shot apiece, but both these teams struggled to put it in the basket
They
Sunday.
were under 40% from
Players thought they had figured some things out after game 3 before 4. Just couldn't hit the shots. And Strus on his first is playing with a whole bunch of confidence. Finds Jakob Poeltl. Outside Barrett, three-pointer good. And the first outstanding defensive team. We saw that game 4 Sunday, especially in the late stages. Jacoby Walter's been struggling with his shot. Just had all his shots in games 3 and 4. 6-0. And 1 for James Harden. 17 years in, and all 17 years he's gone to the postseason. That's what makes Cleveland's backcourt so potent as Harden completes season play. 6-3 in favor of the Raptors. High screen, Poeltl. Barrett hits the roller and Poeltl throws it down. Thinking those lower back strain issues have lightened up for sure. Nice pass to Allen. Couldn't finish inside. Got the whisk.
Well, the pick and roll is what got Poeltl open. Really good look from RJ. Finds him going to the basket. You pay 2. Difference right now. That was the difference in Toronto. Toronto finishes inside. Cleveland struggled. Jared Allen kind of lost the ball in the paint.
I was going to say, we kind of promoted the fact that it's Harden and Mitchell, but it's really a core 4 for these guys, and Mobley and Allen have to come to the plate as well.
And they have many a time.
Scotty Barnes fading and hitting. You know, we know what a great defense is.
Scotty Barnes is playing the best I think I've ever seen him play on both ends.
Harden with the 3. Number 2 3-point shooter in the history of the game. James Harden. Cleveland back within 3. Barnes elbow jumper, no good. Mitchell tried to split a double. Barnes got a hand on it and leaking out. RJ Barrett checks behind him and flushes it.
Well, all day, that's simple.
Evan Mobley will shoot a pair of free throws, and the first one no good. And both these teams.
2 teams, but they're below their regular season averages, both of them.
Splitting the pair is Evan Mobley, the defensive player. Scotty Barnes was the 4th pick. 2 guys going head-to-head in the first round. Jacoby Walter lines up a 3. It's in this series as well, as we have a perimeter block by Barnes. Couldn't save it on the end line. Harden's shot.
The elite defenders in the entire association.
The only player in the league with 100 blocked shots and 100 threes. Strus missing on his second 3-point attempt. Strus the addition to the lineup tonight. RJ Barrett getting deep against Mobley that time. And
went from the free throw line, Cass.
You saw Darko Rajakovic, the head coach of Toronto, there briefly, and he told us as they missed both free throws here.
Like to run. They're big on points in the paint and attacking inside. They don't shoot a lot of threes, the Raptors.
By the way, that's the 4th team foul. We're at 8.5 minutes to go. And the defense closing in. Barnes from behind on Mobley. Barnes flying all over the place. He finished 3rd in the defensive games.
Well, both teams have not done a good job taking care of the ball, but Toronto in particular, 40 turnovers in the 2 games.
Here's Barnes feeling it, and again, the net barely quivered that time. Scotty Barnes off to a good start tonight. Barnes with those 2 blocks, 4 points, 6-point lead. Strus off the bounce, swings it up and in.
Max Strus doing what he's on the floor for. That's the score. We've hardly mentioned Donovan Mitchell so far.
Here's a great no-look pass. Poeltl completes it. Who was that? As Brandon Ingram, who struggled in the early games of this series, finally broke through on Sunday. Time for 10. And over on Peacock, it's Celtics Sixers at 8 Eastern. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Cavs, very deliberate here. Mitchell against Barnes. Late clock. Just gets it off. And Strus on the skip to Harden. Good look at a 3. And Cleveland continues to struggle from the field. 3 for 11 to open the game. Nice job by Barnes to get by.
Attacking the paint. Kessie, you mentioned it. 1 for 4 from the free throw line to start. Kind of undoes the fact they're doing it. And he has been special, and he is all over the floor.
Number 12 in Raptors black as the free throw. But it hasn't worked out early. Walter with the steal. Gets it back and drills the three. Jacoby Walter with the store. 2 for 3 for Walter. Merrill gets deep and will head to the free throw line.
The home team's only the one supposed to play well.
Well, these two teams just a decade ago and a lot of different players ago. LeBron James Cavaliers teams, but the Warriors. Ingram finds Walter. Not that time. Offensive rebound, turnaround. Keeps the possession alive. 7 to shoot. Harassing defense. Merrill step back 3. Good!
In traffic, but the offensive rebound got it done.
Only the second triple for the Cavaliers here in this first quarter. 5 minutes to go, first quarter, over the top to Allen for the bucket. That's off the last 7 consecutive points. Good defense on Ingram. Outside to Mamu Skalashvili. Can't hit
an assist.
Harden lost the handle, but gets bailed out on the whistle and a foul against Toronto.
Scotty
have gone a little bit cold.
Good response out of the timeout by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
James Harden hitting the first.
Him in assists, one of the top 75 players of all time, and you just take him for granted. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
From 4,000 postseason points. Scotty Barnes, tough shot. Not there. Mobley just once down 12. They got it down to 3. Harden's going to try to get the tie way off the mark that time, but it ends up in the hands of Evan Mobley.
Loving it going down the floor.
Keep an eye on that. Cavs in the midst of this 11-0 run. Great look down low to Shed, who
Barnes finds him.
3-point advantage, Toronto. Wade for 3, ties the game. 12, Harden near steal. Still 7 to shoot. Mamu with the fake, 4 to shoot, hesitates. Quiets the crowd. Cavs fans hope temporarily. Wade squares, no. Harden off.
James Harden on the glass. That's his 3rd rebound already for James Harden. First offense he should have on that play where he and Max Strus caused the double team.
BJ, do the Cavs executives get enough credit for taking the chance and making that trade?
Dixon was bubbling over talking about the support he has from that front office.
Harden, the only man in double figures in the first with 11. Shed hits a 3.
Many threes.
3-point game. Wade can't tie it from outside. Mamu clears the rebound as we come up. Donovan Mitchell looking to get going. Takes a 3 and hits. He was 0 for 3 to start. Toronto owned the last 2 minutes in the second, the third, and the fourth quarters the other night on another no-look and a turnover.
Barnes is looking to involve his teammates.
Back-to-back Raptor turnovers. Toronto was so good at kind of turn the tide for them. Mitchell late clock with 4. Pass to Harden is stolen. 2-on-1 Raptors. Shed the steal, gives it up. Barnes with the flush. 3 minutes to go here in the first. Merrill against Battle, who's now defending. Mobley away. Barnes will light up a 3.
Mitchell and Harden, you don't want to leave a couple seconds on the clock for them, which they did. Watch out.
Laurie Boyles the basket. Final shot to Cleveland. Mitchell, 30-footer. Oh, yeah! What a transition.
You guys got out to a fast start in this game, though. How do you get back to what we saw at the beginning?
Just doing what we were doing at the beginning, moving up.
Emerson Battle with the rebound. Scotty Barnes with the convert.
22-10 was the Raptors' lead early as Dennis Schroeder's first shot of the game by Cleveland. 28-12. PJ, what'd you take away from that score as Pirtle gets the reverse here? What was the halftime score Sunday?
It was 38-30. Mitchell, I was looking at Scott Foster, and I know the officials always watch the previous games, and I was looking at him as he was coming over.
Off to the slow start and then worked their way to 46. Cavaliers enjoying their biggest lead. Here's Barnes, contested jump team 3 years ago.
Only the second game he's been in the series.
Tyson missing on his first attempt. Battle rebounds for the Raptors. Now Cleveland had whipped this crowd into a frenzy those last 6.5 minutes in Toronto, trying to keep them quiet, and R.J. Barrett getting the ball. Shed being defended by Donovan Mitchell. Barnes turning into a really good pass.
He's setting him up.
Toronto's made its last 5 shots after that Cleveland flurry. And a one and done for Cleveland here.
Without the ball.
Raptors in an 8-0 run. Cleveland with it out of the timeout. Jordan Tyson. Baseline drive, and before the pass, a travel is called by...
Throughout the course of the year, and it's paid off. He's in the gym from early morning till late at night, and the entire team has loved watching it come to fruition.
And he was one guy who did not force an 8-second call near the end, about 40 seconds to go in Game 4. That was crucial as Schroeder answers with a
Bench points for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That was really where it all changed. And how about Mobley, former Defensive Player of the Year with the steal? Took off a little here at Rocket Arena. Evan Mobley couldn't miss. It was 11 of 13 at his best game of the series with 25 points. But credit the Raptors and Darko Rayas.
Here, games 1 and 2 in Cleveland, the Cavs averaged 120.5 points a game. They were 2 games in Toronto. That's called defense, spelled with E-N-C-E.
That's right.
North of the border.
Canada, where you Rakovic in his 3rd season, mentoring the Raptors. After those 2 free throws, Cleveland by 3, looking for the tie. Inside, Battle got knocked off the spot, no whistle.
Yeah, he's got to hang on to it, though. There was contact, but just playoffs.
Mobley looking ultra aggressive, tried to pass, and Pirtle.
The Spurs broadcasting the game in place of Sean Elliott, and they traded Jakob Pirtle when they were in Toronto. Jakob didn't even have to go anywhere.
That's always helpful when you see that in different sports. Myself, Toronto loses its challenge there. Cleveland keeps the ball, and they cannot cash in that time on the Merrill jumper. Barnes been more facilitator in this game than scorer, but a nice square up and jumper there. The teams have settled in. Toronto had the early flurry, and then the Cavaliers, great finish to the first quarter as tight. And saved by R.J. Barrett. Barrett gets deep, gets contact.
Forces the ref to make a call.
Scotty Barnes has 14 to lead all players. Barrett misses another. Wow. Raptors 3 for 7 at the line. 4 for this second quarter. Been a home series thus far, and we've got an illegal screen from CNB. Barnes double. 5 to shoot for Mamu. Over.
Me, we call it a Charlie horse in football, but he got hit there, but he's walking it off.
Look on that one replay we had as he was landing. As Mamu hits the free throws. Keep an eye on Scotty. Foul. They're going to wave off the three-point basket. Said the foul occurred before the shot.
It's going to cause you.
But it takes the 3 points off the board. First quarter. Looking for his first points of the second. 4 to shoot. Great backdoor to Wade. Back and forth we go in this pivotal 5th game. Walter hit a couple of threes in the first quarter, misses there, but it's tipped all the way out to the... Barrett in double figures with 11. Whistle on the move, they'll say before the shot. Allen's got it against a really good defensive rookie.
Loose.
CMB who got it down to the floor. Allen can't recover. Shed takes it away. Walter checks the feet. Drills the three-pointer.
You know Shed.
Third triple in the half, and a cross-court steal, Walter. Walter against Strus, bumps him off and takes it right to the rack for the slam.
Pass against a good defensive team.
Ingram went back into the locker room to get his right heel retaped, an injury he's kind of been dealing with on and off. Went too sore to come back into this game.
3-point game, and of course Scotty Barnes also kind of irritated his knee earlier as Harden drills a 3. In the first half for Harden. That was his first basket of the second quarter, and he gets the rebound. Over Cavaliers, number 9.
Well, the cross-court pass was too soft. That one was not too soft. That was a high, hard one.
12 in the first quarter. Cavaliers have led by as many as 6. Right now, Toronto by 1. Walter with a 3. Well, he's now got 3 out of 4.
You better update the scouting report on Jacoby Walter.
Inside bucket, James Harden. Toronto by 2. Wade the near steal. How about Mamu with the no-look fake pass and took it right to the rack. It's to go, and a steal. Boy, Toronto's been so pesky. Shed, great pass. Barrett with the finish. Turnover of the evening for the Cavaliers as a whole. Donovan Mitchell, slow starter tonight. High arcer. Walter's feeling it tonight. Yep, there we go. Jacoby Walter's fifth triple of the first half. Through 17 for Jacoby Walter. Again, let's repeat it. Was 0 for 15 in the 2 wins in Toronto. Strus saw a lane. Late whistle from Scott Foster at halftime. Presented by Hyundai. First half recap. Shaq, Ernie, Kenny, and Charles will be as Detroit tries to keep its season alive.
I can't wait to watch the halftime to see if Kenny drags Charles behind the screen and leaves him in there.
Start tonight. Kenny Atkinson hoping they could spread the floor a little more, get that offense going after the struggles in Game 4.
3 points off turnovers for the Raptors and 11 second chance points. We're not done with the half.
And Shed scoring way too easily that time. And he has been a pest off the bench these last 3. Wade, wide open. Contested rebound, was able to get that arm up and get it. Barrett, tap Mamu, no. With 18 seconds to go, Mitchell falls and he went down because they're ruling a foul on Walter. That would be his. Walter's been tremendous in the ball game.
Also the 15th foul, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if there's contact.
You mentioned Cavs do have a foul to give here with 8. Mamu to the rack, blocked by Mobley. 3 seconds till half. Mitchell pass, Wade 3 at the horn, no. And the Raptors have a
teammates and talking to his coaches, so we'll keep an eye on that, but Scotty looks good.
It looks like, Alyssa, AJ, we have South Carolina on the floor in the booth and with a microphone tonight as Barrett hits a chance for 3 to open up this.
Caught in between, didn't know which way to go right there. Jared Allen.
Number 5, winner of this game is going to be a win away from a trip to round 2. And a long way to go, but if the Raptors can steal it on the... Barrett works his way into the lane. Pass deflected by Mitchell. Out of bounds. Outside of the first quarter, final 6 minutes, the intensity you would expect from the Cavaliers in a 2-2 game at home.
Well, the intensity starts, same thing right now, and he started the second half. Again, you know the message from Kenny Atkinson and his team was, we got to be the more aggressive team. We got to...
Averaging 24-3 in this series, coming in 19 points per game in the regular year.
Guess you call it. This is a very quiet.
And then, of course, Indiana happened. The Pacers made their run to the NBA Finals to Game 7, and that will bring the... Cavs down 10, and Barnes lost it out of bounds. So the three-pointer and the turnover by the Raptors. Crowd just settling back in. Was a whiteout here tonight. White T-shirts for everybody, and that's 5 points in a row for Donovan Mitchell. AJ Lawson, former two-way player to standard contract, came up short on the jumper. Mobley was on the deck, almost had the rebound, and he gets tied. Now Barnes and Harden start pushing, and they're separated by Scott Foster.
Things for empty possessions for the Raptors.
5 straight points for Cleveland. Jarrett Allen, nice lefty spinning hook. Scotty Barnes, another no-look to Lawson, blocked by Allen. Mitchell the fake, Barnes commits the foul. Barnes wiped out, trying to stay on his feet. And in fact, it jump-started a 6-0 run. Jarrett Allen with that block shot has been terrific in the series. Right now, the Cavaliers willing themselves back into Game 5. This series tied at 2.
Now,
Toronto had matched its largest lead at 12. It is down to 4. Pirtle, deep whistle to the line. Donovan Mitchell.
2.5 minutes.
Pirtle missing on the first free throw. And is the 5th free throw miss. Splits the pair. Toronto hits through the 4th quarter on Sunday afternoon.
Exactly.
Here's Mitchell. Flip shot, no. James Harden, who led the Cleveland comeback down 12 in the first quarter. To Allen, short roll to Mobley. Cleveland now within 3. Jamal Shedd's been big off the bench for the Raptors. Floater, left hand, no. Tries to... There's that run. Cleveland's been converting inside. Toronto able to keep it alive, and Jamal Shedd
Such a way to get possession of the ball.
good game off the bench with 12. Whistle shot, Mobley, no. Free throws coming.
For sure.
Mobley will shoot a pair. 3 for 4 at the line. They get 4 for 5. Julius Randle and the Timberwolves. 10 Eastern coverage begins with Inside the NBA at 6 Eastern time.
How about the pride of the Patriot?
A huge win for the Knicks last night to go up 3-2 against Atlanta. Allen inside again, scoring for Cleveland. They led by 12 earlier in the third. Barrett takes on Mobley, wards him off, and gets it to fall. A forearm with no whistle. Over the top, Allen. They're taking advantage of the smaller team, but Allen could not. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley have teamed up for 9 points in this third quarter so far, and another Cleveland turnover.
Nice play by Jacoby Walter.
Barrett sprays it in the corner. There's that man Shedd again. 3. Strus got to make something happen. How about taking it right to the rack?
Max Strus did. Boy, they missed.
And that's what they were hoping more from him tonight. Strus now defending. Barnes fouled. All kinds of body. Rookie from South Carolina, Scotty Barnes, headed to the free throw line, gave us a little bit of a scare, and maybe everyone north of the border when he was limping a bit with the knee late in the first half.
When you talk CMB, because he does not play like a rookie.
No.
He's been a little quiet tonight, but he has been a dominant player. Another miss from the free throw.
He is country strong. He is hard to move at 6'7". 9 to shoot. Merrill got him started with a 3 in the first quarter and hits one here in the third. Go third quarter. Raptors have led by as many as 12 a pair of times. Cleveland trying to make some inroads. Barn got deep.
Call Kesty, that is the 5th team foul. We got 5:36 still left in this quarter, and the Raptors are in the boat.
It's Toronto 5, and the Raptors have won the last two, trying to steal home court and take it home. Harden hits a triple.
And that was contested by...
It's been such a story all year long. You mentioned Strus. Walter's been hot with the 3 ball, but not in the third. One-armed rebound for Dean Wade. Harden has 22 points, surpassing 4,000 postseason career. Wade can't convert. Barnes does not have numbers and nearly lost the dribble.
He doesn't have control of the ball either.
Shedd, couple feet behind the stripe, missing.
31 again.
Inbound to Murray Boyles, and Toronto got a fresh shot clock there, so the full 24. Murray Boyles, flip shot, not there. Getting a little bit restless here.
They want to travel on Mr. Barrett.
Shedd's pass goes through the lane, intercepted. Mitchell head up, drives to the hoop and scores as he hits the deck hard. After game 4, where neither team could get it to 35. Here's Battle, waits for Merrill to clear, and drills the three-pointer.
We're not due in the playoffs.
5 for 7 from 3 in the series for Battle off the bench. Schroeder. On these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app.
Dennis, another one of those acquisitions.
Could be a game 6 in that series. Barnes. Another nice dish. CMB. The pass inside. Another near turnover. Schroeder got it back to Mitchell. Blocked. And Barnes.
Something with his right eye. I'll tell you, it was an excellent defensive play.
Merrill inside the arc. Foul before the shot. Let's tie. So you correct me if I'm wrong. Sandro Mamukalashvili's 3 would be a shorthanded goal. 4 on 5. Lead Raptors. It is jumping. And right now, Rocket Arena in Cleveland is grown silent. Frustration. Battle. Been big off the bench. Tipped in the air. No. And a loose ball foul. We'll go against the Cavaliers.
Steals and running, don't slow down.
Rocco's talking about both ways running.
Gibbs, 47 years of age, but he was coaching a youth team in Serbia at the age of 16, then was coaching some under 18 teams. And now they would love to make it 3 in a row. Mitchell, step back, in and out.
Minute to go, another good.
It's Wade to Mamu for 3. Rolls off, 48 seconds to go, and got it blocked by Mamukalashvili. Battle saved it, but couldn't save it inbounds.
How about players like Draymond Green or Steph Curry?
Inbound Mobley, big man triple. To a 5-point game. 5-second difference here. Mamu backing down the smaller Merrill. Went to the left hand. No, 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Mitchell, no look. Mobley with the finish. 3 up in Toronto. And now they would love to make it 3 in a row. Mitchell step back. In and out. Barnes against Wade. To Mamu for 3. Rolls off. 48 seconds about the 3. He's been struggling there. Flipped it too high. Mobley's got to do some work. And got it blocked by Mamuskalishvili. Battle saved it.
I like this sub now. I can say, why sub with 32 seconds to go? Because being Wade struggling, James Harden is not. Players like Draymond Green or Steph Curry.
Inbound Mobley, big man triple. Point game, 5-second difference here. Mamu backing down the smaller Merrill. Went to the left hand, no, 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Mitchell, no look! Mobley with the finish.
Why is that?
Live ball turnovers. Whenever we turn the ball over, everything's a scramble. If we can limit those, we'll be just fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the big guys.
What live ball turnovers can do.
Schroeder. Out of the corner, no good. Mobley, that was big. That 3-point. Barrett gets a screen with 3. Contested triple off the mark, never hit the rim. Shot clock violation. That still with a 3-point lead. Tyson backs up, drains the 3, and we're tied.
Scotty Barnes also only.
Barrett tried to untie it, popped out. Another offensive rebound. Barnes 3, no. Long rebound to Tyson. How about Mobley with another triple? He had 2 in the first 4 games of the series, and he has 2 here. I've got the Raptors 3 for 12 second half from 3-point line. Mitchell to Schroeder, shot clock tick. Another miss by the Raptors. Here's Harden. Tyson for 3.
That would have brought the house down.
I was going to say you could hear the. Will it be Barrett? The blow by and 1 opportunity for RJ.
Doesn't matter what I think. That's wiped out a 3-point opportunity in Toronto badly.
To shoot, Schroeder defending Barrett. Schroeder pushing on Barrett. Can't get the shot off.
Another manufacturer's shot.
Mitchell, high arcer, no good. Toronto still looking for its. Cleveland making it really tough inside for the Raptors.
Get his shot up. Twice they've almost had shot clock violations, and they're just being forced to manufacture something late in the.
Down 5 of the Raptors. Ball got poked away, right back to Barrett. Draws the whistle, and this time we'll get. Barrett and Barnes are 0 for 9 in the 4th. Speed of Schroeder couldn't finish.
5 on 4, Dennis Schroeder's on.
Another cross-court pass. Battle dribbles inside the arc. And finally gets the first field goal of the
Raptors.
2-point lead Cleveland. Here's Schroeder. Again got the speed, and this time gets the score. He 13 years in the NBA. On his 11th team in Cleveland. Nice pass. Big to big in battle. Mobley. How about that? He was 2 for 11 from 3 in the first 4.
Lefties handling that right there. I think they might both be.
Crowd got reminded, don't throw anything onto the court. He's made his last 3 3-point attempts. Shed the answer for the Raptors. And if I may throw a few more numbers at you.
Absolutely.
Evan Mobley and Jared Allen in the second half are 8 of 9 from the field. Schroeder's giving them good minutes, and he drains the elbow J.
He probed. He wanted to go by, man.
Jamal Sheds had a big game off the bench. Feeds Pirtle, can't fall. Who touched it last? Out of bounds. Points per game on 54% shooting. Schroeder loves the rims here in Cleveland. Big triple.
No foul, no nothing. Much ado about nothing. All night.
Cavaliers were down as many as 12. Raptors now facing the 7-point deficit. For 4 second half blocks. Nice inbound, nearly got it to Walter, and a heads-up play by Strus. Big ball game through halftime. Cavs looking to build on the 7-point lead. Strus attracted the D.
The bigs.
7 straight for Cleveland. Down to 4.5 minutes to go, and Walter can't buy one now in the second half. Strus goes to the right hand, got the whistle. Will go to the line. Strus at the line. 10-point lead. NBA.
First foul of the fourth quarter by Toronto. That probably tells you a little bit about their defense.
What a duel between Banchero and Kate Cunningham tonight. Both went for 45. Shot up and in for RJ.